Ever wondered what items you should and shouldn't buy secondhand for maximum profit? Welcome to the fascinating world of the secondhand market, a dynamic space where items get a new lease of life and savvy entrepreneurs make serious profits. The business of buying, selling, and trading secondhand items is not just about giving products a second chance, but also about recognizing the value where others may not. This industry thrives on the concept of one man's trash is another man's treasure. However, the secret to making a thriving business out of secondhand items isn't just about buying anything and everything, it's about knowing what to buy, what not to buy, and where to look for these items. The potential profits in this market can be substantial. But it's not simply about buying low and selling high. It's about understanding the market, knowing the value of items, and being able to spot a good deal when you see one. You have to be discerning, patient, and always ready to learn. It's also about striking a balance. While the aim is to make a profit, it's equally important not to be greedy. A good deal is one where you can buy at a price that allows you to sell at a good price too, leaving room for the next person to flip it for a profit. This way, you create a cycle of profitability that is sustainable and beneficial to all parties involved. Resellers play a crucial role in this market. They provide a unique outlet for quick flips, acting as a revolving door that keeps items moving and profits rolling in. They are the cogs that keep the secondhand market machine running smoothly. So, whether you're a seasoned reseller or someone looking to break into the market, understanding these dynamics is key to your success in the secondhand business. Now that we've covered the basics, let's dive into the nitty-gritty of what to buy and what to avoid. With the right knowledge and a keen eye, the world of secondhand items can be a goldmine waiting to be tapped. Let's explore how to navigate this exciting market. So, how do you identify the diamonds in the rough in the world of secondhand items? Well, it's not always about finding the cheapest items, it's about understanding their true value. The key factors here are rarity, condition, brand, and demand. Let's start with rarity. The fewer items there are in the market, the higher the potential for profit. This is where your knowledge of the item matters. For instance, a vintage comic book may seem like just an old piece of paper to an untrained eye, but to a collector, it could be a rare gem worth a small fortune. Next is condition. People are willing to pay more for items in good condition. Even when dealing with vintage items, condition matters. A vintage dress with its original tags is obviously worth more than the same dress with a tear or a stain. Brand is also an important factor. Some brands hold their value better than others. For example, consider electronics. An old iPhone is likely to fetch a higher price than a similar phone from a less-known brand purely because of the Apple branding. Lastly, demand. The profitability of an item is also determined by how many people want it. An item might be rare and in perfect condition, but if no one wants it, it's not going to bring in much profit. Here's where market research comes into play. Keep an eye on trending items. What are people talking about? What are they searching for online? Some items that are often profitable include vintage clothing, collectibles, and electronics. Vintage clothing has a charm and uniqueness that modern clothes often lack. Collectibles like comic books, trading cards, or action figures have a dedicated fan base willing to pay for them. And electronics, especially from popular brands, are always in demand. But remember, every item has a story. And the better you understand that story, the better you can judge its value. Remember, knowledge is power. The more you know about an item, the better your chances of making a profit. Not every secondhand item is a gold mine. Some can turn out to be financial sinkholes. It's essential to navigate around the pitfalls of the secondhand market to maximize profitability and minimize losses. Let's start with the items to avoid. A common pitfall is falling for the allure of high-supply items with low demand. It's easy to be enticed by the abundance of certain goods, but if they're not in demand, the chances of making a profit are slim. For instance, outdated electronics such as old flip phones or VCR players may seem like a bargain, but the market for these items is dwindling. Another pitfall to avoid is buying items in poor condition. It's tempting to think, I could fix this up and sell it for a profit, but the cost of repairs can quickly outweigh potential earnings. A worn-out leather sofa or a rusted bicycle might seem like a steal at first, but the refurbishing costs can quickly pile up, leaving you with a net loss. Counterfeit items are another hazardous territory in the secondhand market. The secondhand market is rife with fakes, from designer handbags to high-end watches. If you're not an expert in identifying genuine articles, it's safer to steer clear of these items. Selling counterfeit goods is not only unethical, but also illegal, and it can tarnish your reputation as a seller. The second-hand market can also be flooded with items that are generally not profitable. A prime example is damaged goods. While they might seem like a bargain at first, the cost of repair or restoration can often exceed the potential selling price, turning your potential profit into a loss. In all, the key to avoiding these pitfalls lies in research and patience. Understand the market, know what sells and what doesn't, and be patient in waiting for the right items to come along. Remember, the goal is not just to make a quick buck, but to build a sustainable business. Avoiding these pitfalls can save you a lot of money and headaches in the long run. So, keep these points in mind and tread carefully in the second-hand market. Buying right is only half the battle. Now it's time to sell. Selling second-hand items isn't just about offloading what you've bought. It's an art, blending strategy, presentation, and choice of platform to maximize your profits. Let's dive into each of these elements. Firstly, pricing. This can be a delicate balancing act. You want to make a profit, but not at the cost of scaring away potential buyers. The trick here is to know the market value of your item, then price it slightly below. This gives the impression of a great deal, and it's a surefire way to attract buyers. Next, presentation. The way you present your items can significantly affect their perceived value. A well-lit, clear photograph can work wonders, as can a detailed and honest description. Don't shy away from disclosing any flaws or signs of wear. Honesty builds trust, and trust can turn a one-time buyer into a repeat customer. Now, choosing the right platform for selling. Different platforms attract different kinds of buyers. For instance, if you're selling vintage clothes, a platform like Etsy might be your best bet. On the other hand, if it's electronics you're dealing with, eBay or Amazon could be more suitable. Do your research and choose the platform that aligns best with your items. Remember, in the world of secondhand selling, honesty and transparency are paramount. They're the foundation of customer trust. If a buyer feels they can trust you, they're more likely to purchase from you, recommend you to others, and come back for more. It's a win-win situation. In conclusion, selling secondhand items requires a thoughtful approach. It's about pricing your items right, presenting them well, and choosing the most suitable platform for selling. It's about being honest and transparent, building trust with your buyers. With the right selling strategies, you can turn your secondhand items into a substantial income. Selling to other sellers and vendors can open up a unique outlet for quick flips. In the dynamic world of secondhand buying, selling, and trading, resellers and vendors play a critical role. They're not just customers, they're partners in the trade, operating in the same sphere as you are, and understanding their role can significantly boost your success. Here's the thing. Resellers and vendors are constantly on the lookout for good deals, just like you. They have their own networks, their own customers, and their own niches. When you sell to them, you're tapping into these networks and expanding your reach, often with less effort than selling directly to the end consumer. But here's the catch. To keep this revolving door of quick flips spinning, you need to ensure that your reseller or vendor can also make a profit. This means not being greedy. It means striking a balance between maximizing your own profits and leaving room for theirs. It's a delicate dance, but when done right, it can lead to a steady flow of business and a healthy bottom line. Of course, this approach is not without its challenges. You need to build trust and establish strong relationships with your resellers and vendors. You need to understand their needs and expectations and be flexible enough to meet them. And perhaps most importantly, you need to consistently provide high-quality, valuable items that they can confidently pass on to their own customers. But don't be discouraged by these challenges. Instead, see them as opportunities to learn, grow, and refine your strategies. Remember, successful secondhand trading isn't just about buying low and selling high. It's about understanding the market, knowing your customers, and building a sustainable, profitable business model. So, are you ready to dive into the exciting world of secondhand buying, selling, and trading? Remember, success in this business all comes down to knowledge, strategy, and a little bit of luck. In our previous scene, we discussed the importance of resellers and vendors. Now let's dive deeper into how to build trust and maintain relationships in the secondhand market. The world of secondhand buying, selling, and trading is a tight-knit community. Trust is the currency that keeps this world spinning. As a trader, your reputation is your most valuable asset. Without it, you're just another seller in a sea of competitors. But with it, you become a trusted partner, someone who resellers and vendors want to do business with. Building trust starts with transparency. Be honest about the condition of your items, the origin of your goods and your pricing. Don't hide flaws or inflate prices. Instead, stand behind your products and your prices. This honesty will be appreciated and rewarded with repeat business. Maintaining relationships is another crucial aspect of the secondhand market. Remember, your resellers and vendors are not just customers, they're partners. Stay in touch with them. Communicate regularly. Understand their needs and expectations and work hard to meet them. This commitment to maintaining relationships will help you build a loyal network of resellers and vendors who will come back to you time and time again. And remember, building trust and maintaining relationships isn't a one-time deal. It's an ongoing process, one that requires commitment, consistency, and care. But when done right, it can be the key to success in the secondhand market. So, are you ready to build trust and sustain relationships in the secondhand market? Let's dive in. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss part 4 of our series on a more in-depth look at places to actually buy, sell, and trade your items. Stay tuned.